Good morning, everyone. This is Antonio Stavaggi, chef instructor of Robert Morgan Technical College. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to make a cheesecake from beginning to the end. So what I will do first is to put my mold, like any kind of mold. It can be any kind of mold. Here we're using a cake mold, aluminium. I just spray some paint coating on it. Any kind of paint coating is fine. You can use a butter or margarine just to spray on one side. I use my mold to cut a circle of parchment paper. Right? You can just use a parchment paper with a pencil, use a scissor to cut them off, and we're going to place them inside, like this. At this point, I'm going to add some graham cracker, some crust. Crust, it can be graham cracker. You can use any kind of cookies that they've been dry out, that you not to use for it, just to put them on the food processor. Ground them up, and just add a melted butter or margarine as needed until it pack like this. You know, you want the crumb to pack to be able to pack it up on the mold there. So as you can see, I'm using just my finger to flatten down all around. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Flatten them evenly all the way to the end. If you're not too skilled with your finger, you can just spread them up a little bit at the best you can, and you can use something flat, like a cup, a mold, anything that has got a flat bottom, and just pack them up a little bit like this, just to make sure that everything is nice and packed together. It will not open when you put the filling, like this. Okay, now that the mold are ready to go, I'm going to start prepping the cream cheese. So what I want to do is to use the cream cheese. I'm going to put them on the bowl. I'm going to cream it. I'm going to add the sugar and keep it creaming until the sugar get completely dissolved into it. At that point, I will add the sour cream and finish incorporating the eggs with a little bit vanilla. So I'm going to use cream cheese on the bowl. Now I know that this looks a recipe, but you can just divide them in 6 and you will have enough to make an 8 to 9 inch mold cheesecake. Okay, now it looks like the cream cheese is pretty much creamy enough. As you can see, it's free of lumps, nice and creamy. I'm going to start adding the sugar. And I'm going to let him keep creaming until the sugar dissolves completely and have again a smooth, soft and fluffy texture. Okay, we're going to check if the cream cheese is being nice and creamy, and especially the sugar, if it's dissolved. Okay, this is nice texture. The sugar completely dissolved. I cannot find any grain to my finger. At this point, we're going to add the sour cream. I'm going to scrape a little bit to the bowl, make sure that nothing stays on the bottom, and everything mixed properly and evenly. Otherwise, before putting the eggs, otherwise when the eggs are inside and it's too liquid to mix, not creamy enough, we will end up with some lumps. Like I can find here a little bit here. Should do. And we're gonna wait. Okay, we're gonna add some vanilla. About a tablespoon for the big batch that I'm doing. And I'm gonna start adding the eggs. So eggs are very important, depending the amount that you have it. Like me, I'm having 6 pounds of cream cheese, probably 20 eggs here. You will have the recipe at the end. I will write the recipe down. I'm gonna have to add the eggs probably in 3 or 4 times, a little bit at a time, and make sure I keep my cheesecake nice and creamy. Putting too much liquid at a time, it will create lumps. They're more difficult to cream. If that happens, you're gonna have to use probably a whisk, change, put a whip, and beat them up a little bit. It's not very recommended because you're incorporating too much air into it. And incorporating too much air, when you put them on the oven, the air have a tendency to turn it into a steam, and it will create the cheesecake to bubble up too much, to have a crack a little bit, you know. And the top of the cheesecake will be like a little bit open. If you're putting a filling, it won't be too much the problem. But if you want to sell them like this, looking nice, it won't be nice and smooth. Now, each time I'm putting the eggs, especially the first couple of times, I'm going to wait until the eggs are incorporated, and I will scrape the bottom of my bowl just in case. Make sure that nothing stays on the bottom and on the side of the bowl. Okay, once the eggs are fully incorporated, the butter cheesecake is down. It's nice, you know, and creamy. The texture is right there. I'm going to start to fill up the bowl. This side of the bowl here, I'm going to use 2 pounds of cream cheese here, cheesecake. That's about enough, yeah. Okay, once your mold are ready and filled with the cheesecake mix, just fill up with the hot water. You can put the mold in a dish pan and any kind of, on a bigger mold, on the pot, anything that you can fill up with water, and probably put all the way to 3/4 of the mold. You know, make sure that it does start floating, otherwise it's too much water, you're gonna have to take some out, you know. Make sure you're putting enough water, because on the oven, it's going to evaporate. If you're not putting enough water, what's going to happen that the heat will go through the mold too quick and the cheesecake is going to crack. I'm going to slide my pan gentle. Make sure I don't splash water on it. My oven is being preheated in advance, 275. Now I will recommend for you guys, for your oven, to buy a professional thermometer, oven thermometer, and put them inside and check it with the thermostat, because these non-oven, they are exactly the same. And then you will see with the thermostat when it's exactly 300 degrees. 275, 300 degrees is the most that you should make the cheesecake, or if it's a flan, something that you put on water bath. I'm going to close. I'm going to set the time for about an hour. Okay, the cheesecake are baked after an hour and 10 minutes. I did put an hour, but it's always depending. You know, I like to put always 10 minutes less, just to make sure that I don't go over baking. So how do you know the cheesecake is ready? You just by touching the The surface here, the top of the cheesecake look like a little jello. You know, like this one here is ready. At this point, I will take them out of the water and let them cool down. When it's completely cool, just to put it back, put them on the refrigerator for the following day to be able to take them out. I'm gonna put some coconut shredded around the cheesecake. A little bit glaze here to make sure it's gonna stick. And we have a cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake.